I'm standing on Chapman's Peak Drive, one of the most beautiful parts of the Old Mutual Two Oceans Marathon, and I'd like to tell you today about our refreshment stations and what you can expect on the route. One thing you do not have to worry about is running out of water on this route. We will have 33 water stations catering for every need. There will be water at all tables, plus there will be Coke and Powerade at certain tables, and if you're hungry, we'll have potatoes and bananas and sweets at certain tables as well. So we'll be looking after you on race day. If you're looking for more information on the refreshment stations, including exactly where they will be on the route so that you can plan your hydration and racing strategy for race day, all you need to do is go to the race website or consult the race magazine and you'll find all the information you need. A little bit of advice for the refreshment stations is that when you reach them, it's best not to stop at the first water table, because quite often a lot of runners will have done so and it causes a bit of a traffic jam in the road. Just go around them and get to the third, fourth table and you'll find unimpeded access to all of the water or the Coke and Powerade and snacks. Another thing to keep in mind is that you'll have runners who are very tired running just behind you, and if you suddenly stop dead in the middle of the road, people might run into you. Unfortunately, us runners don't come with indicator lights, so just check before you stop. A race of this size generates a lot of waste at all of these refreshment stations, but one of the best aspects of the Old Mutual Two Oceans Marathon is that the organizers have been able to recycle 90% of that waste in previous years, and in 2016 the target is to go even greener. Not only will there be a cleanup team behind the runners on race day, but the day after the race a second cleanup team will be going through the route, which is a new innovation for this year's race. We're also asking all the runners to do their part in helping us to make this event still greener. You see behind me an absolutely beautiful piece of road, Chapman's Peak Drive. We need to keep it clean and we need to look after it so that we can continue to run on it year after year. In August of 2015, Modern Athlete magazine launched its Run Clean campaign, and many races around the country have now signed up. We started this campaign to educate and convince runners to stop littering during running events. It is the norm for runners to drop their waste in the road and it will be cleaned up after them, but it doesn't always get cleaned up. Some ends up in the environment, and we're trying to change that culture by telling the runners to use the dustbins provided and specifically not to throw their waste off the side of the road where it cannot be seen and will not be cleaned up by the cleanup crew. Another way you can help us with this campaign is to use the hashtag RunClean when tweeting about the race, and also look out for our Run Clean ambassadors like Blake Dyerson. They will be running the race at the back of the ultramarathon pack, actually cleaning up the route as they go, and he's got a really important message to share with everybody about litter.
Running is the most amazing sport. It has the ability to connect people, gives us hope, and can unite a nation. It doesn't matter about race, culture, religion, or our backgrounds. But as runners and South Africans, we have a massive responsibility. We have a responsibility to respect and care for our environment. A recent study has shown that plastic can decompose within a year in warm water. You may think this isn't bad for our environment, but those plastic particles have been proven to be poisonous and find their way into the stomachs of fish, and soon will find its way into ours. It's time that we take responsibility. It's time for us to stop littering. It's easy to do your part, not only by using one of the 500 bins en route, but now look out for the big orange litter zones on Chapman's Peak. So guys, let's run clean and keep this the world's most beautiful marathon.